greatest country in the world, and it is worth fighting for. It is worth bleeding for, and if it takes it, it's worth dying for the greatest country that this world has ever seen.
What up? What is going on, America? It is Monday. It is time to hype up. It is time to get up. It is time to get this thing going.
Wake up in general.
What?
Just wake up in general. It's
Would
Monday.
you stop talking awkwardly like the voice of God on a stage, like while I'm trying to do an intro, please?
Wake up,
Since Todd decided to open his big fat mouth, let's go ahead and just introduce everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back full force. COVID survivor, not bad. Cartel Tony is in the building.
I'm gonna start calling you that too. COVID survivor Graham's back in the studio.
I kick COVID's butt. Anyway, all right. Producer Royce is in the building.
I'm so tired.
I'm so tired.
I am.
Everybody, favorite redneck is in the building. Hot Seat Todd.
What's up, guys? Hope you had a good weekend.
And of course, I'm host Graham Allen. All right, let's go ahead and get the business out of the way first. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Ladies and gentlemen, Israel is under attack. Also, did Kamala Harris actually use AI in her photos? Let's go ahead and get the chat blowing up, yes or no. Do you think the photos are AI? Comment yes or no in the chat right now. We're going to get to the bottom of it. And Donald Trump is officially returning to X. Are you going to be listening to the Donald Trump, Elon Musk X space tonight? Comment yes or no in the chat. Let's get it blowing up right now. But we got to get business out of the way first. We need each and every one of you to do us a huge favor. We need you to hit that like button right now. Pound the like button, smash the like button, whatever the kids are saying these days.
I don't think they're saying pound.
What? You don't know. What? Pound the like button. Do it now.
Pound it.
Pound it.
I don't know about that one, man.
Make sure to hit that follow button if this is your first time watching the show. And of course, wherever you're watching this, make sure to share this video far and wide. We're super pumped to be back in the studio with you guys. We're going to talk to you about everything that's going on in the news, but at the end of the day, we're going to look at polling. We're going to tell you guys where we're really at. And we're not going to lie to you. We're not going to fluff you up. We're not going to do any of that stuff. We're going to tell you guys the truth because we got some work to do, ladies and gentlemen. How many days are we out? 86 days? How many days out from the
early
election?
Voting is in like 30, right?
Yes, but yes, you're right. It's in like 28 days for North Carolina. But I mean like November 5th. How far are we out? 86 days, something like that?
A couple.
Coming up quick.
All right. Either way, we got a lot of stuff to talk about in a very short time to do it. But first, we got to get into our good friends over at Patriot Mobile. We love our sponsors, and we need you guys to go and support our sponsors right now because these are people that believe the values we believe, and so therefore we believe that you should support them because they support us. Join me, Glenn Beck, Sebastian Gorka, Steve Bannon, Dana Lash, Dan Bongino, Charlie Kirk, and the list goes on and on and on. Go support a Christian company today. Go to patriotmobile.com/Graham. They're cheaper, they're better, they're Christian. Oh, Graham, I don't like it. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up. They're a Christian company, and you should go support them. PatriotMobile.com/Graham. They've got this new Patriot Mobile One technology where they have dual towers. If you go into a place where AT&T is not working too well, you can shift over to the Verizon towers and vice versa. Keep your phone, keep your number, get a new phone, get a new number. Why not do it all and support a company that supports Christian values? PatriotMobile.com/Graham. Promo code Graham gets you free activation. That's PatriotMobile.com/Graham. PatriotMobile.com/Graham. All right, we got things to do, people to talk about, and things to make people upset. Can you go to my Twitter really quick? I just want to talk about something because I hate this person. I just want to bring it up. This is LeBron James last night.
God, not the child.
Last night, LeBron James didn't do a dang thing in the gold, by the way, and posterized by this Frenchman. Anyway, I want to back it up and I want to play it with the volume up. This is LeBron James after their win. And this young kid comes up to him to try to just say hey, LeBron James, blah, blah, blah. And he literally almost accost the kid. No. Stop. Go back. Yeah.
It played on its own.
All right, here we go. Play it.
Congratulations, LeBron.
Stop. Don't do that.
Congratulations.
That's a child. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, white boy. Don't come up on a black man like that. Stop.
If I was 6'10" just once.
Look, pause. Go back to the child. Go back to the child where he's got his hand out in front of the child. Now go up where we can see the. This is a child, okay? LeBron, I know that you've been reading the first page of the same book for 20 years, okay? I know that you've never read anything intelligent in your life. I know for a fact that your schools that you pay for haven't been able to pass an 8th grade test in over 5 years. So let me make this very clear for you. You are a basketball player. That's what you are. You get paid to do that for a living. And you are a walking sack of proverbial crap. Your entire existence is around young people that look up to you to be some kind of a role model. You just won the gold medal for the United States. How you're a representative for America shows how far America has fallen because you are a piece of human garbage. A busted up, crapped on version of American flag you find in a dumpster is more patriotic than you. You just won the gold medal for your country and you literally throw your face like you're stiff arming someone on the court on a child. I hope that I'm holding it in.
Dude, full transparency.
I'm trying to be Christian.
I am a huge Lakers fan. I grew up in LA. Wait, I grew up in LA. I went to one game when they were still at the Great Western Forum when Magic and Kareem were still playing for them. And been a Lakers fan my whole life. As soon as LeBron joined the Lakers, cannot stand him. I mean, I've always thought he was a POS. He is like one of the worst people.
He is one of the worst sports role models that have ever put on a uniform.
If you go back to the photo, look at the bottle in his left hand. He's probably half lit, being a turd. Go back. He's got a bottle in his hand.
I can't stand everything that guy stands
bottle.
for. He's just,
he's probably hammered and just stiff arm. Go away, kid.
I've never seen a Be Like LeBron poster of you.
No, but again, this is just another reason why LeBron James is a piece of human
pull up
garbage.
the photo of Michael Jordan with 6 rings on one hand, then we'll talk.
Anyway, that's it. I just had to talk about what a piece of crap LeBron James is. And this poor kid, Kobe Bryant said it once, rest his soul. He said, people try to get him to take time off, or if they already had the playoffs locked up, take off a game, and things like that. And he would always say no. He'd play hurt. And everybody's like, why are you playing hurt? And he said, I'll tell you why. Because there's families with their kids that maybe this is the only time they've ever been able to save up and afford a ticket ever. And they're going to show up and I'm not going to play. And they're not going to get to see me play, and they came there to see me play. That's a role model. That's somebody, and Kobe Bryant wasn't perfect. I ain't saying that he was, but he understood that the only reason he was Kobe Bryant was because of young people like this.
Exactly.
Yep. And the audacity of this.
He could have made that kid's world right there.
Just shake his hand. Say, hey, man, thanks so much for being here, man. I appreciate it so much. Hey, I got to go. I can't stay. I got to go inside, but thank you. That's it. It ain't hard, you walking mouth breather. Anyway, all right, let's move on. Okay, breaking news. Well, it's not really breaking. It broke yesterday.
This just happened, guys.
President Trump is officially returning to X, and with only 86 days to go in the election. Thank goodness we're finally getting there. Everybody knows my frustration about this. I think President Trump should have been on X a long time ago. But here we stand, 86 some odd days from the election. Donald Trump is doing an X space with Elon Musk on X. If you are going to be listening to this, comment yes or no in the chat right now. Here's the interesting part, and here's why a lot of people think that Donald Trump is coming back. One, they have a paid ad running on X right now that's been seen by 11 million people already, got 100-something thousand likes already as a paid ad. But they're doing the X space from Donald Trump's account, not Elon Musk, and then Donald Trump's joining. Donald Trump is hosting it and Elon Musk is joining, which makes everybody believe that Donald Trump is getting ready to come back to Twitter, which I think is very important. I think that Donald Trump should have been using Twitter for a long time now.
If I'm not mistaken, his last post on Twitter was the mugshot, right?
Yeah, and it got seen by 311 million people. For the love of everything, I've been screaming at the top of my lungs to please get back onto X. Please, please, please. But I'm happy that it's finally happening. I am irritated, and I think we live in an environment here at Dear America where everybody knows where we stand, everybody knows who we support. I am irritated that it has taken till 86 freaking days until the election to get back on there. But hey, better late than never. Yes, Todd.
Can I just ask a question here? Okay, so speaking of social media, right now he started his TikTok account. It has 9.9 million views. All right, so he's got videos on here, 7, 8 million, 12 million, 10 million, 15, 76 million, 82 million, 159 million, and 171 million. But he's only got 9 posts. Like, Royce, help me out. Look, I'm old, but there is a software out there where you can create a reel, a speech, or anything and click a button and it goes everywhere.
Yeah,
Like,
but I don't think the distribution management is the issue. I think it's the True Social thing. I think that is the only fathomable reason that they are not on X right now.
Because he made the statement he wasn't going back on X. But to your point, Todd, this is why I think X is a bigger platform. Because everything you just did doesn't add up to the amount of people that saw that one post he posted on X when he posted the mugshot.
Did he say he wasn't going back to X or Twitter? Because it's a completely different thing now, and he should see that.
I don't know. I just know that he said True Social.
I want to go look and see how many people, what his most popular post is on Truth Social versus the 171 million viewed TikTok he did with Dana White. Like, that's common sense. Duh. You know, you go where you're seen the most.
Yeah, I don't know. But either way, he's going to be on there tonight. It'll be interesting to see what they talk about. Yes, obviously we'll have a full recap for you guys tomorrow. But I'm glad that it's happening. We got to talk about this because the interesting thing about what we're going to talk about next, Israel is under attack, but nobody seems to really be talking about it, which is interesting. Hezbollah attacked Israel. Every missile has reportedly struck its target and the Iron Dome has malfunctioned. Again,
that sounds familiar.
Sounds very familiar, but yet nobody's really talking about these things. Now, could this just be mortaring, and things like that, like they did in Iraq and stuff all the time? Maybe, but the big thing is that the Iron Dome's not working. And nobody really seems to be talking about that.
Question for you guys.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that the world has turned its back on Israel now? Because you saw in the
70%
Olympics.
of it has.
I don't think you were. I don't think you were here yet, Todd. But I mentioned earlier that at the Olympics, at the end of the ceremony, everybody was supporting Palestine over there. Do you think the rest of the world is now like, whatever Hamas did to attack Israel, blah 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 kind of thing? I mean, but it just seems like everybody is pro Palestine now, pro Hamas and whatnot. All the protests going on in the U.S. and the colleges and whatnot. Do you think the world is turning its back on Israel?
Well, my only question is, when it comes to the Iron Dome, is the Iron Dome created just to pick up missiles versus mortars? Because that's a completely different animal right there. So if they can lob mortars over the edge of the border, will the Iron Dome pick those up, or will they just pick up high altitude missiles? That's the question.
I don't know the answer.
Yeah, I don't know
me
the answer
either.
to it.
Me
Anyway,
either.
but that's not the only thing going on. We also got to talk about Russia and Ukraine real quick. But first, I got to tell you about our friends at Silent Holsters. I keep calling them holsters.
It's not a holster, dude.
They're a sleeve. It looks like, go to me here on there. I mean, I know that they love showing my face on there. Okay, whatever. It's a merce. It's a purse.
You can use
works.
it as a holster.
It's a
probably.
merce. It's a purse. It works. Ladies and gentlemen, look, it's really easy. All you do, if you don't want people tracking what you say and what you do, you put your phone in this little thing right here, and it kills the geo tracking. It kills Wi-Fi links. It kills the cellular signal. It kills everything. Totally and completely off the grid, traceable. Forget trying to turn your phone off or throw your SIM card away or everything like this. Silent right here keeps the government from listening in on what you are doing. And all you got to do right now is go to Silent. That's slnt.com/Graham to save 5%, or excuse me, save 15% plus free shipping on quality orders. You can stay ahead of what's coming. Ladies and gentlemen, they are listening to you and what you do. And this right here, this simple little technology, when you want to have a real conversation about what's really going on, Silent is your way to go. Go to slnt.com/Graham to save 15% plus free shipping on qualifying orders. That's slnt.com/Graham. All right, let's keep going. All right. So this is another interesting thing. The U.S. is sending fleets out. Breaking America to rescue of Israel. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin reaffirmed U.S. support for Israel in a call with Israeli Defense Minister. Good luck. He also ordered the USS Abraham Lincoln and USS Georgia to the Middle East, adding to existing USS Roosevelt. So we now have 3 Navy warships in the Middle East now. Is that the count? Like 3 legit, like death fighter, like naval warships there. But this is the big one to me, is the Ukraine-Russia stuff. And so here we go. If you haven't heard this or you haven't seen this, hit that like button right now because we're bringing you some stuff. So videos started emerging the other day, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is Ukraine, right? Yeah. Like this is Ukraine's territory. Yes. And this is a nuclear power plant. And let's just play the clip right there a little bit. And if you see at the base of it right there, it appears to be on fire, the nuclear power plant.
Chernobyl.
Which is bad. I don't know if you have seen, as Todd pointed out, Chernobyl, but
that's how Godzilla was born.
It is not good. There's a little baby lizard walking around right now that's going to turn into Godzilla. Either way, but let's go to the next clip here. Or the next slide here. All right. So, and here's another thing. A report came out that Vladimir Putin announced after Ukraine attacked the nuclear power plant that we just showed you. Where is Rafael Grossi and the entire IAEA? Where is even the slightest semblance of work from this UN structure on this critical issue? The terrorists in Kyiv, under the leadership of the collective West, have destroyed their own country, ruined the people of Ukraine, undermined global energy and food security, and now they have turned to nuclear terrorism on the continent. And there was even posts coming out that Vladimir Putin vowed retaliation against Ukraine and Kyiv and massive things. And we searched high and low for anyone talking about this until we found this one article from The Independent, which is a United Kingdom news outlet. And of course, they've got Vladimir or whatever, Zelensky here asking for money. But here you go. Can we zoom in just a little bit? Ukraine-Russia war latest fears of humiliated Putin will launch revenge attacks over surprise Kursk assault. So let's go down just a little bit here. So this is something that we didn't even know about. Fears abound that a humiliated Vladimir Putin will launch extensive revenge attacks against Ukraine as the Russian leader vowed to take tough measures in response to Kyiv's nearly week-long what happened? Week-long cross-border something.
Come on, hold up.
Okay.
Here we go. And we're back.
There we go.
You got to go back up. You got to go back up. All right, there we go. Week-long cross-border assault. The Russian leader accused Ukraine of breaking all permissible boundaries after they conducted an assault on the Russian region of Kursk, taking up to 95 square miles of land and forcing thousands of civilians to evacuate in the process. Here's my question, okay? If this is all true, why don't we see any of it? Like every time, what, Tony?
Could it be because the left is censoring us, censoring everything? Because remember, the Biden administration said that they weren't going to get us involved in another war. And make no mistake about it, we are providing weapons to Ukraine, money, and we're also providing weapons to Israel as well. So we're involved in 2 wars right now, but they're censoring all that.
Well, and that's why.
But where's all the money? Like if we're providing all of these missiles and all of these weapons to all these countries that are fighting everybody, why are we broke?
Well, because we're printing money that we don't have.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we've been
We're operating at a $2 trillion. We're operating in a $2 trillion deficit every year. Like basically, it's like a federal savings bank. A federal savings bank will allow you to go negative so much money because they know that you got money coming in later, right? So the U.S. is operating on the same standard. Like we're operating under a $2 trillion negative in everything we do because, we've got $1 trillion coming in. Well, you're still negative. You're still net $1 trillion negative every time, but we're operating on this negative $2 trillion roundabout all the time. My thing is this: what the reason that this freaks me out, and you can agree or disagree, is this: the fact that they're not reporting on it is what scares me. That makes me believe it to be even more true. Is that they're not reporting on it. They talk about all the time, all the killing and all the everything that's going on in Ukraine, even though we've never seen one video or one picture ever, especially in the past 2 years. We haven't seen one thing. But now we're hearing all these reports about Ukraine going and attacking Russia and all this other kind of stuff. And then Putin is vowing retribution, but we don't have anyone covering that at all. And that makes me concerned.
Not to mention, you've got Iran threatening basically a nuclear holocaust against Israel as well. So where's the news coverage there? You know, I mean, dude, it's getting scary.
It's all about Kamala right now. That's why.
Yeah.
The left is.
Well, again, and comment yes or no if you agree or disagree. But that's the stuff. That's the stuff that makes me worry about it just a little bit. And we'll get into polling data and all this stuff in a minute. But if they want to prevent an election or if they want to interfere with an election, the best way to do that right now, well, I mean, it's a bunch of stuff. They got this monkeypox thing that's popping up. Everybody's getting monkeypox now. It used to be that only people in Miami having a same-sex good time were getting monkeypox. And now
Magic Johnson.
And now it's apparently like widespreading in Africa and all this other kind of stuff, and everybody's freaking out about it. Apparently COVID-19 is back on the rise, which maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe I had COVID, maybe I had the flu. I don't care.
Same thing.
I'm here and I'm alive and we're fine and life moves on. There was even a video, and I'm not playing it because I hadn't had a chance to check it yet. But there is a video that is starting to circle around where Kamala Harris is getting on her plane wearing her mask again. And like I said, I didn't put it on the show because I haven't had a chance to verify it yet, and I'm not going to do that. But I'm telling you, I really think they're going to try something, which leads us into our last sponsor of the show. And then we got a lot more stuff to do. And that is our friends at Birch Gold. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not believe that they're just going to go quietly into the night here. I believe they're going to do everything that they can to tank our food supplies, to tank our money, to tank our dollar across the board. We know for a fact that in October, the BRICS are going to announce an independent currency to combat the U.S. dollar. What does that mean? That means that your dollar is going to be worth crap is what that means. So we're begging you to please text the word GRAHAM, that's GRAHAM, to the number 989898 right now. They're going to send you a free 25-page information kit on how gold, silver, and precious metals can help you against, I guess this is Kamala Harris's economy now. Who knows? You owe it to your family. Free information is vital information. Please text the word GRAHAM, that's GRAHAM, to 989898 right now. All right, let's get into this stuff. This is the part where we remind you to hit that like button and hit that share button. Ladies and gentlemen, Biden recorded, and I know it's weird we're talking about Biden. It's almost like
he's alive.
It's almost like he's the president of the United States.
Yeah, almost
it's
like that.
weird that we're even talking about President Biden. Biden filmed a sit-down interview, and this is him pretty much admitting to the fact that he was in fact forced out by the Democrat Party. Play the clip.
Look, the polls we had showed that it was a neck-and-neck race. Would have been down to the wire. But what happened was a number of my Democratic colleagues in the House and Senate thought that I was going to hurt them in the races. And I was concerned if I stayed in the race, that would be the topic. You'd be interviewing me about why did Nancy Pelosi say, why did so, and I thought it'd be a real distraction. Look,
okay, so he's admitting to the fact that he was pressured out. I mean, that's what this is. Which, if there are any Democrats or liberals watching this, and I know there's a few of you because we got some trolls in the chat as always. Doesn't that bother you? Like as an American, even though I just got to be honest, if you vote Democrat, I am so far from being able to relate to you as a human being. And I'm not even trying to be negative here. I'm just being honest. I do not understand you. I do not understand your thought process. I think that you are truly a destructive person and you don't even realize how destructive you are with your mindset and your thought process and your world view. Sorry, if that comes across harsh, I'm sorry. But I don't understand. But as an American, you voted for Biden, got 14 million votes to be the DNC nominee. And it doesn't matter. Biden can't win, so we're just going to just push him out of there. And then,
yeah, how is this not a coup? I mean, he literally
just said, it is a coup, Tony.
He literally just said he was forced out.
Yeah, let's put it in perspective here that all of us as good sense people, because I don't call it common because it's not common anymore. If all of us band together and somehow we win this thing in 2024, and then around 2026, they decide that Vance is going to take the role and he's going to move on, we would be livid. Absolutely livid, because we didn't vote for Vance. We voted for Trump. We would be livid. These people don't care. Like, they don't care. They could dig up Henry Ford and throw him up, and people will go, yeah, Henry Ford, yeah. It's unfreaking believable at this point.
I just don't understand how Democrats are not more outraged at the fact that you did not get the opportunity to decide who your pick would be for the DNC ticket. That's what I don't understand. I don't understand how Democrats are not upset about that fact.
I can tell you why.
We fought this with Republicans. Remember, everybody got mad at me. I said, anybody that's running against Donald Trump, you're a moron. Mm-hmm. Hey, you got every right to do it, but you're a moron for doing it. And how many people said, oh, Graham, I thought you were an American person. Are you saying that we don't have the right to vote for who we want to run and all this other stuff? And I said, no, you're right. You do have the right. You also have the right to be stupid, and I think all of you are stupid. But you have the right to do it. Remember, I took all that heat for that. But Democrats are just like, yeah, this seems fine. Yeah, okay.
Well,
okay, yeah, this seems normal.
Me, you, Tony, Royce, and everybody in the chat, we all live by the same principle. I would rather die on my feet than live on my knees. Liberals live on their knees, and they're comfortable there. They like being told what to do. They like being told what to think. And as long as the government keeps shelling out money and benefits and breaking the economy and the rest of us, they don't care because their little paychecks are coming. So they're going to live the rest of their lives like this.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Think of it like this, Democrats. Biden stole votes in 2020, and now Democrats have stolen votes from Biden to push him out in the thing. So it's like stealing house money from a casino, and now you're playing with the stolen house money, like kind of thing.
Yeah,
I mean, it's this wild thing that's going on. All right, that's it from Biden. I mean, dear Lord, like I didn't know the guy was still alive.
Hey man, that's his one sentence a month. Like That's all he's allowed.
It's great. It's great to hear from our current
spending a lot of time
president.
on the beach lately.
Yeah, Bill, put your Biden mask on and go do an interview real quick and let them know that you're alive. All right, here we go. Now, this is a very controversial subject. And so for the fact that fact checking is at an all-time high right now, and I mean that because they're doing the same thing for Kamala Harris that they did for Joe Biden. Fact checking, we told you guys this was going to be a social media campaign. I got fact checked yesterday or 2 days ago in record time for a Kamala Harris video. And I put in a request. Naturally, they're not looking at the request. But I got a fact check. I don't know if you can see my little fact check thing on there or not. But I got a fact check for a video where Kamala Harris says she wants to reduce the population. And on the video, I said, did Kamala Harris just say she wants to reduce the population? To be clear, that is exactly what she said, right? So the fact check is, of course, factcheck.org, because why not? The factcheck.org says that a White House official responded saying that she misspoke and she meant to say pollution. Okay. All right, cool. It doesn't change the fact that she still said we want to reduce the population. Okay, there you go. You can see the fact check. Can you click on it? I wonder if it'll show the article right here.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you. Do I need to take my post down because mine hasn't been checked yet?
So it doesn't give you an option to see the article? Okay, well, I'll read it. Anyway.
But you can see here, it's blocked.
All right, listen. Yeah, so it's blocked. So in the fact check, that's what they say. A White House official says that she misspoke. Okay, all right, fine. She misspoke. But the fact is, she still said reduce the population. I didn't say in the video Kamala Harris wants to murder children and all this other stuff because I said, did she just say that she wants to reduce the population? Well, because a White House official says that, she misspoke. Well, now that makes it false information. Even though, can you click on the video and play it? I want people to be able to hear it. Can you play it?
And clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe.
You turn it off. Okay, she said reduce population. All right, that's what she said. Okay, now I'll give it to him. And that's why I said in there, you can see it. Did Kamala Harris say reduce the population? I'll give it to him. Okay, she misspoke. All right, cool. How does that make what I posted false information? And then this was the fact checker. Third-party fact checkers said the same information was false in another post. While your post may be similar, there are small differences. How is that a fact check? So you fact checked somebody else saying something that wasn't true, and just because I'm playing the same video, you're going to fact check me. And even though I can even give it to you, okay, what she was talking about, context, this, and that, she probably meant to say pollution, but she absolutely said reduce the population in that video. And I didn't say, see, Kamala Harris has an anti-family agenda. I said, did Kamala Harris just say reduce the population? Well, that's what I said.
My day's coming, I guess.
She said it. So how is that false information? You see what I'm saying? This is what they do. This is how they do this stuff. And as we talk about this, we're going to talk extensively. And this is where you need to hit the like button because this next thing we're going to talk about is very controversial. And that's the photo going around the world of the Air Force Two and the hangar with all the people. So let's go ahead and go to that photo. And while we're doing this, comment yes or no. Do you think this photo is real or AI? Comment real or AI in the comment section right now because I want to know what you think. So let's blow the chat up because I want to know what you guys think here. And while we do that, Todd, are you alive? What is going on? Okay, all right. Let's zoom in a little bit on this. I just want to zoom in on the photos. Let's look in the crowds here. Something about this photo does
all
look
you got to do
weird.
Zoom in on the plane.
Well, we'll get to that. But what I'm saying is, even looking at the crowd, something about this just looks odd to me.
Some of the hands look kind of like, look at this hand over here. This looks like a claw. What is
Well,
this?
it looks odd. So let's look at the shadows. Okay. So the shadows of the crowd, you can see where the shadow ends. Okay. And it makes it look like all those people are standing in front of this building, correct? Like, am I wrong to state that? Like, that's what the shadow would make you believe, right? Okay, so let's go to the photo where they zoom in on the airplane.
It looks like the airplane was real there, but then
no, the airplane's real.
The people look like it's oil painting.
Dude, 2 feet from the engine and nothing.
Well, now to be clear, what did you call it, Royce? Depth of what is it? Depth of shot. What did you call it?
Oh, forced perspective. What I was saying could be happening here is something that they use in film and photography called forced perspective, meaning that these people might be way further back from the plane, nowhere near the plane, but from where the photo was taken and what lens was used and all this different stuff, you can make it appear as if all these people are surrounding the plane and there's hundreds of, when that might not be the case. That is a strategy, or...
Yeah, and I agree with that, but the shadow, in my opinion, takes out the fact that there's at least some people in front of the hangar, right? Because they're outside the shadow of being inside the hangar, correct? So when you go to this picture of the airplane, if you can zoom in, don't we have pictures where they zoom in? Yeah, or is this all we got? Okay, there you go. So find me a zoomed in picture. There we go.
Nothing.
Okay. Even if this is a depth of shot right here with these people, that's the hangar. So even if there's all those people inside of the hangar, that shadow makes it look like there's at least 500 people in front of the hangar. And you see the back. Hold on. Go to the left. Left. Look. What is that? Is that a back of a person? Is that Secret Service right there?
This?
No. On the plane. That's someone's back right there, right? So that's a Secret Service person, right?
And to the left of that looks like there's somebody else over there.
Yeah. So where are the people? Now, there's been some arguments that because of the curve of the plane, that it's showing like, not the ground to direct thing. But here's my question. Again, if you go back to the crowd, you see the definitive shadow line of where there are people that are supposed to be outside of the hangar. Like you can literally see the line right there, right?
And Royce,
I mean, you guys can respond to me here.
Yes, Royce, you're a photographer. This is just the way my mind works. So whoever's taking this photo is above the crowd, right? Okay, so they're above, standing on a ladder, a platform, or whatever.
Yeah, they're like this.
They're taking a picture. The plane is here. The angle of the photo is going down, meaning the reflection is going to go down. Okay, you follow me? Like just the picture.
You're talking about on the plane?
On the plane. So if I'm taking a picture of a plane from here, the plane's here. Okay, the plane's here. Wouldn't it reflect all those people because I'm taking a picture above it?
But listen, they're saying, you're just looking at the ground, the reflections of the ground. You can see the whole sky and the building and the ground. So what are we missing here is the real question.
That's all I'm saying.
Look, and this one they point out is super reflective. There is nothing there. You can see the whole building. There is nothing in front of this. I could pull up Photoshop right now, find a picture and add a crowd in 30 seconds. I could do it right now. It's not difficult. So
honestly, guys, at this point though, all her followers on the left are believing everything they say. So why wouldn't they be using AI?
100%. But look, there's probably 200 people in this front just area, not inside. There's not a lot of people in this frame of picture, right? Outside of the shadow or inside the shadow. Outside of the shadow, it is so easy to fake that. And it really does look weird.
Well,
it does look
weird.
Well,
right. And the thing to me, the biggest question, look, guys, I am a conspiracy guy. Like I believe a lot of things. Even I was hesitant to talk about this at first. Okay. But we've had our own team run it where we've gotten up, as low as 60% probability. But there's also people that have put it in to an AI predictor thing with it as high as 92% AI. The lowest we've gotten it to on our end is 60. Okay. So even Even on a low end of 60, it is saying it's more likely AI than not. And here's the thing. With two thoughts. Thought number one, we live in a time where we're questioning whether or not this crowd is real. And then two, if the crowd isn't real, I don't think Democrats would care. I mean, I really don't. If it comes out this week, that photo is in fact AI and Kamala Harris and her team put extra people in there. I don't think Democrats would care.
Go back to the photo and you see like hundreds of people holding up cell phones. Okay, if it's real, where's the cell phone footage? Where's the videos?
Well, now that's another thing I saw other people zooming in on, people's cell phones, and like there was no phone showing the plane and stuff like that.
Like,
and so again,
you mean to tell me out of all those people right there, so excited to see Kamala Ding Dong, nobody videoed that and posted it? Yeah. Get out
anyway,
of here.
I'm just saying, comment below yes or no if you think it's fake. Yeah, if you think it's fake, comment yes. If you think it's fake, comment no. Good. Yeah, Tony.
I've seen more people talk about this picture and whether or not she hired actors for her rallies than I have seen people argue about her policies. Like,
because she doesn't have policies.
Exactly. So
and we're fixing to get into that.
Yeah, exactly. And so people, I mean, the left would rather have you guys talk about this picture. And when I say you guys, I mean, you know, all the chat out there, because we call balls and strikes and everything here. But they're talking more about this picture than what she actually stands for.
Correct. Exactly. So this next clip we're going to show you is this interesting thing. Everybody's telling you that Kamala is a puppet candidate. She's hollowed out. She has nothing. Don't play it yet. She has nothing. Okay. And because before you play it, I want to put proper context to this thing. Every person, President Trump has them too. Every person has campaign speeches and or bullet points that they go off of, right? You can't just let a political candidate just 100% rip one. I mean, you just can't. You just can't. All right, because people get emotional, people get excited. How many times have we had to cut Todd off because he's just, you know, just about to tank the whole show?
Well, Graham, you ran for Congress.
Yes.
What was your experience with this?
Bullet points. You get bullet point talking points of like facts and stats and things like this. Trump has talked about it. The chart that saved his life. Like you have things that you go back to and you reference to make sure you're giving correct information. However, okay, that is very normal. I want to be honest about that, okay? Because it's normal, all right? But people get mad at Trump. Well, people didn't get mad. People got upset with Trump as his RNC speech because it was so long. Well, that's because, and I watched the teleprompter with his little thing. That's because for like 45 minutes, Trump was just going off the dome, just going. And that prompter did not move for 45 minutes because every Trump speech is different. Now, at the end of every speech, it's the same. Music starts playing. He goes, we're going to make America wealthy again. We're going to make America safe again. And he goes through all the little things that there are things, right, that they do. But the difference is every speech is not completely the same. But with Kamala Harris here, every single speech she has done so far, everyone that has been in politics as well is noticing it is the exact same speech given almost the exact same way with the almost exact same inflections every time. Play the clip.
So good to be back in Michigan. Listen, let me tell you, I am clear. The path to the White House runs right through this state. And listen, I am clear. The path to the White House runs right through this state. I took on perpetrators of all kinds. I took on perpetrators of all kinds and had a summer job at McDonald's. I had a summer job at McDonald's. So hear me when I say, Detroit, when I say, I know Donald Trump's type. I know Donald Trump's type. And are we ready to fight for it? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win.
Wow.
Wow.
Bravo to Jesse Waters on that.
Wow.
Like, that is not normal. That's what I'm trying to say. It is not normal. Okay? Like, for example, we close this show the same way. And as always, I'm Grim Allen. Stay awake, not woke. Trust in God, not the government. And as always, stay free. But the whole show is different. Like, you know what I mean? Like you got your bullet points. We say certain things. Hey, make sure to remember to hit that like button, hit that share button. But you have your bullet point things that you do, your slogans.
We do call Tony Cartel Mexican COVID.
And every day it's a little bit. Every day is a little bit different. Every day.
Yep.
And, you know, but my point is, she is a hollow candidate, a hollow person. But here's the thing that's scary to me. Let's go to the next thing. What is it? The border?
Yep.
Okay. Kamala. Oh, no. Okay.
Well,
this goes with the fake news stuff. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I told you. This is going to be a social media campaign. It's going to be a social media war. And this is what I mean by this. This is a year apart. 1 year. Okay. And by 1 year, I really mean this is a month apart. Okay? Because nobody talked about Kamala Harris for the past 7 months. Because everybody forgot she was even the vice president until Donald Trump debated Joe Biden back in June. Hit the play button. Listen to this. Terrifying.
It was back in 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago, that the president put Vice President Kamala Harris in playing a critical role in terms of trying to stop the flow of migrants across the border. I mean, she was more than 2 years ago. She got this responsibility. No, she's not actually. She wasn't the border zone. It was back.
Yeah, see, it was really quick at the end. At the very end, she goes, whoa. She wasn't the border czar. Okay, so they're already doing this. They're already whitewashing her record. They're already doing these things. They're already doing these little twists, because the more and more reports they have of saying she wasn't the border czar, then every time we say she was the border czar, they can fact check us, and they can get our content removed. Oh no! These people on the news said that she wasn't the border czar. Look at all these articles saying she wasn't the borders are. But we all know this to be true, which is why this statement she makes about the border is absolutely hilarious at best, maddening at the absolute worst. Harris promises to go tough on border security. Ha! 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 Are you kidding me? What are you talking about, chick? You were put in charge of the border. I don't need to read it. Go back up to the shot. I don't even need to hear what she says. Okay, fine. I was the attorney general of a border state. I went after the transnational gangs, the drug cartels, and the human traffickers, Harris said, touching on an issue she has rarely spoken about in depth. I prosecuted them in case after case, and I won. So I know what I'm talking about. No, you don't. You have been in charge of the border for the past 3.5 years. Axios and all these places can try to change it all they want to try to make you seem like you weren't in charge of the border, but you were. And just like your back is turned in this photo, you turned your back on the border the past 3.5 years, and you will turn your back on Americans if you are elected. I want to go to the tax on tips. I want to do that. Here we go. Here's another good one. All right, here's another good one. Kamala Harris has blatantly copied President Trump's tax on tips. Play the clip.
Because when I get to office, we are going to not charge taxes on tips, people making tips.
Eliminate taxes on tips for service and hospitality workers.
Now, you'll see that was a month apart. June 9th, Donald Trump said, or 2 months apart. June 9th, Donald Trump says that. August 10th, Kamala Harris says that. Now, it's not improbable for two candidates to have agreeing things on some stuff, okay? But the problem is, nope, I don't want this. I want the IRS thing. The problem is this. Kamala Harris says she's going to put no tax on tips. However, this is an article from Fox News, February 7th of 2023, Biden's IRS plan, which is the Biden-Harris IRS plan, plans to crack down on waiters' tips, you lying, feckless hag. I'm telling you, you Every single person that listens to Kamala Harris talk, every single thing that she says she's going to do, every single thing, she could have done it the past 3.5 years. She tells you no tax on tips, no tax on tips, but yet Biden's IRS plans to crack down on waiters' tips. They've been coming after your tips while she's been the vice president of the United States, the second most powerful person in the country. They've been coming after your tips. The border, she says she's going to be tough on the border. You were the border czar. Maybe they didn't give you that title per se, but you were in charge of the border the past 3.5 years. Everything that you say you're going to do, you could do it right now, but you are extorting the American people to try to go after votes because you are a lying, soulless hag. Todd.
Question for the group. Okay. So no taxes on tips. Wants to be tougher on the border. Wants inflation to go down. This is how you know that this person and her stolen valor piece of trash dumpster fire nominee for vice president is not going to do any of those things because she could do it right now.
It's maddening.
She could do it right now, this minute. She could take her little Sharpie and write, new bill, no taxes on tips. Let's get this through because I want to beat Donald Trump. Let's shut the border down immediately because that's the number one agenda according to exit polling. Let's shut the border down right now. Let's do something and figure out. Let's shut down Ukraine and let's give money back to the American people. Let's do that right now. The fact that she's not moving a finger to do it at this second,
she's holding it hostage.
She's and lying to you now just to get your votes. And I know you beautiful people are not going to follow for that, but they're all over it.
Which is why we need you guys to share all this stuff because we realize you guys don't fall for this, but there are so many people that do. All right, let's move on to Tim Walz. All right. Arguably one of the worst candidates ever. I would not be shocked if an exchange happens for a VP pick for Kamala Harris, because I do not think that they were expecting, one, all of us to go after him, but two, his own former commanders to go after him. All right, this is from a John Cobb, and he also tagged a Thomas Behrens in this. And this was it. Feeling a need to say this. I do not regret that Tim Walz retired early from the Minnesota Army National Guard, did not complete the Sergeant Major Academy, broke his enlistment contract, or did not successfully complete any assignment as a Sergeant Major. Unwittingly, he got out of the way for better leadership. Thomas Behrens was the right leader at the right time. He sacrificed to answer the call, leaving his family business and farming partner brother to train, lead, and care for soldiers. He learned the privilege of being called Command Sergeant Major. Like a great leader, he ran toward and not away from the guns. I have no opinion of Mr. Walz's decision to leave service at the time he did it. It was his right to retire early. I also have no criticism of his service as an E7 and an E8 in the Minnesota Army National Guard. By all accounts and on the record, he was a competent chief of firing battery gunnery sergeant and first sergeant. I cannot say the same of his service sitting frocked in the command sergeant major chair. He did not earn the rank or successfully complete any assignment as an E9. It is an affront to the non-commissioned officer corps that he continues to gloam on the title. I can sit in the cockpit of an airplane. It does not make me a pilot. Similarly, when the demands of service and leadership at the highest level got real, he chose another path. Now, if you go back to what Don Jr. said on this, at the top, I believe this was Tim Walz's battalion commander.
Wow.
That wrote
this. John Cobb was his battalion commander.
Yeah, it was his battalion commander that did this. Do not, and here's the thing. They're already going to fact check us because they're already saying in the media, Tim Walz misspoke about his time in service. Tim Walz misspoke, and that's what they're going to use to fact check us and shut us down. But you cannot let it happen. I'm not the only person that thinks that Tom Walz is going to get out of the VP spot. Ron DeSantis actually said Walz's days are numbered as Kamala's VP. I don't see how they have any option but to get rid of this dude. He is a stolen valor piece of garbage. All right, let's get into the debates really quick, and then I want to talk to you guys the realness about the polls of where we are. All right, so let's see. Where's the debate stuff?
The debate or the polls?
The debate. I want the debate first.
Okay, 1 second. I had to find it. I had that early on.
All right, here we go. All right, so Donald Trump has agreed to debate Kamala Harris for 3 debates. So if they debate all 3 times, he will have debated the Democrat nominee 4 times, if you include Biden. All right, the first debate with Kamala Harris for President of the United States of America will be with Fox News on September 4, 2024, live from beautiful Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. The second debate will take place on Fake News, ABC, home of George Slopadopoulos, to be anchored by David Murr on September 10th. Oh, wow, only 6 days apart. At Independence Hall in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The third debate will take place on NBC in Grand Rapids, Michigan on September 25th, 2024, to be anchored by Lester Holt. Details to follow. I look forward to seeing Kamala at all 3 debates. Now, remember last week, last show of the month or the week, I said Donald Trump should turn them into town halls if Kamala Harris don't show up. Do you guys remember me saying that? Comment yes or no in the chat if you remember that. Well, and so it shall be. Trump to host town halls if Harris bails on Fox News NBC debate offers. Ha ha! I don't know, man, oh man, oh man. It is almost like I know what I'm doing. Hey, Mr. President, I will be glad to hop on the campaign trail these last 86 days. You just let me know. I am here to answer the call,
That would be awesome, man.
I want to know when the debate being hosted by Dear America is going to happen.
That's what I would love to. Man, you want to talk about a legit debate. I'd be shut up, chick. He's talking.
For real.
Daddy's talking.
Excuse me. He's talking.
There's sandwich material over there if you want to take some time while the real president is speaking.
I would love it if you went out there and you said, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. All right. Anyway, okay. But all jokes aside, I want to talk to you guys about very serious stuff here. And I didn't want to have this conversation, but I feel it needed at this point in time. And this is where you need to hit the like button. You need to hit the share button. We're going to look at polling. And before all of you say, oh, polling, blah, 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 shut up. Shut your mouth. Listen to what I'm telling you. We're going to talk about these polls here because it is not great. Okay? On July 22nd, Trump showed a 64% to 29% probability of winning the White House. A mere 9 days later, Trump dropped to 56 to 41. August 8th, Harris is 49 to 47. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you the truth that these polls are closer than you believe them to be. And the left wants you to believe that this is not true. Let's go to the map. Show me the map.
Mm-hmm. Hold up.
All right, let's look at this. All right, here you go. So now you go up. Kamala Harris has a 52% to 45% chance. Okay, and I already see people, polls are being faked. Shh. Let me finish. They're not being faked as much as you think that they are. Okay? Let's look at the states that they've got as pure toss-ups. Zoom in a little bit. I just want the map. There we go. All right. So right now in freaking Nebraska, I swear to the Holy Lord himself, please get rid of this stupid thing to where whoever wins the state, they're going to be nice and give the other person one electoral point. Shh, God, idiots. Okay. Kamala, before Joe Biden jumped out of the race, they had put Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, Pennsylvania in the win column. Now, all of a sudden, Pennsylvania is showing light blue along with Michigan and Wisconsin. And now, all of a sudden, Georgia, Arizona, and Nevada are showing as pure toss-up states again. Okay? So you can sit here and you can say, oh, the polls, all of this, all of that. Georgia, I love you. You've been sucking a long time. You got no way to say nothing about nothing. Arizona and Nevada, you went blue in 2020. Shut your mouth and freaking get out there and vote. I don't want to hear nothing out of people from Nevada, Arizona, or Georgia. I don't want to hear nothing from you. Nothing. Kamala Harris's momentum is real, okay? And I'm telling you this not because I think it's all over, but because this is a brand new ball game. It's a brand new race. It's a brand new ball game. If Trump can win Pennsylvania, it's over. All right? Pennsylvania, in my opinion, I don't think Trump loses Nevada or Arizona. Georgia, I honestly have no clue. Georgia has let me down so much the past 3 election cycles. I don't know how else to say it. Like Georgia, I mean, I am ready to write you off completely. 100%. Oh, by the way, speaking of Georgia, after I gave Brian Kemp that just bash, did you see all of a sudden he announces that he's going to support Donald Trump? And I'm not saying it was 100% because of me. I'm just saying you got to punch these rhinos in the mouth, dude. You got to punch them straight in the genitals. You got to hit them right in the testicles sometimes. You just do. All right, and they deserve it. Go back to the map. I want people to see this here.
Well, Graham, we're talking about the map. Remember last week when you were sick and you sent us a couple of texts?
I was sick last week?
And you sent us a text that said it's a brand new race. I had said right when Harris came out with her VP pick, Walz, that it seemed like their party is re-energized now. Yeah. That Biden wasn't there anymore. I mean, obviously Biden was just completely gone. I mean, so now that she's there, no matter what she stands for, her policies, which we don't know about yet, their party is re-energized right now.
Here's the other big thing I'm going to say, and the thing that is probably going to make a lot of people mad, but it's true. And I hope that the Trump campaign, because I know you listen, and I'm sure I'll get a text message after this, but I hope you listen to me here, because I'm saying this as someone who wants to help you win this freaking thing. Everybody questioned why Donald Trump was debating Joe Biden so quickly, okay? And I kept saying, you are not fighting Joe Biden. Joe Biden will not be the candidate. They didn't listen. Debate Biden early, completely catastrophic. The Democrats realized much quicker than they should have, oh crap, we got a problem. I want to remind everybody that a month ago, Donald Trump took a bullet to the face on an attempted assassination, and it is
wiped clean.
It's gone. It is if it never happened. Donald Trump has lost any ground that he gained from that event. That's the truth. You can get mad if you want to. And I would argue that that attempted assassination, which was thought to be the nail in the coffin win for Donald Trump, actually became the thing that made this a race that he could lose. Because it pushed Biden out 100%. You know, everybody made the joke that the bullet missed Trump or hit Trump, but it killed Biden. That's true, but it also made this a brand new race. So I would argue that the attempted assassination ended up being the thing that made this race 10 times harder on Donald Trump. If you go in the next 86 days thinking that these polls are wrong, these polls are inflated, it's not real, it's all this other kind of stuff, Donald Trump will lose in November. You have to take this seriously, and you have to show up for Donald Trump. You have to. Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, you're awful light red in here. You need to show up. Pennsylvania, I do not think that Pennsylvania is a lost cause. I think Donald Trump pulls away from Pennsylvania, but it is going to come down to the freaking wire, man. You've got to show up. I'm saying this as I am a coach trying to get my team in the fourth quarter We got a 6-point lead. You got to play harder now than you've played the entire game. Because one touchdown, they're going to beat us by 1 point. We're going to lose with 3 seconds left for an extra point kick off a touchdown. That's where we're at right this second, the way I feel it in my gut in the race right now. We're up by 6. 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and the other team's got the ball. That's where we are. And anybody in sports will tell you that is the worst spot to be in sports, in football. Up by 6, all the other team needs is a touchdown, and they got 2 minutes left. Mm-hmm. That is like
all 3 timeouts.
And all 3 timeouts. I'm telling you, is it impossible to win? No. Do we got a lot of fighting to do? Yes. And I'm saying all this to tell you we are up by 6, 2 minutes left in the fourth. The other team's got the ball, and they got all 3 timeouts because they control the media, they control the internet, and they control social media. Yeah. All 3.
Well, this is all I can hope for is that the bullet struck the side of his head. It should have killed him, and it didn't. God saved the man for a reason. That's all I can hope for, other than all of these polls, because you can go on Twitter tomorrow, and there's 77 different polls out there from 38,000 different folks that think they know better than we do, better than you do. And at the end of the day, I don't know.
Yep. And, I'll be one of the first to say that I am surprised that this race is as close as it is now with all the momentum they have. And Graham, you have an uncanny ability to be right a lot of the times when it comes to a lot of things.
God,
and he is right. I mean, this is a brand new race. We need to get out there and do everything we can to vote. And we need. It is a fight. It is a 12-round bout right now.
I want to say this one thing because I see a lot of people going, dude, you got to take these polls with a grain of salt. They're not real. They're not real. You're the same people that said a month and a half ago, Trump's dominating the polls. Can't have it both ways.
Here's my
so either the polls, if the polls are wrong now, then the polls had to be wrong back then.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Good point.
Okay, yep. you can't say that.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't say, well, the polls were right when Trump was winning, but now that Trump's not winning, the polls are wrong. You can't say that. You can't do that. Now, granted, polls aren't the deciding factor that they once were. Everybody points back to 2016. This ain't 2016. Stop it. That was a massive miscalculation by the Democrats in 2016. Stop it. This is not 2016.
This is the thing that scares me the most. This is a country that used to, and I'm not saying that because I'm a vet, because Graham's a vet. That's not why I'm saying this. This is a country that used to hold its veterans in a very high, respected regard. And the fact that you've got a Peckerwood out there that claims that he carried weapons of war, and he literally just said, the video just surfaced, that I was standing on the tarmac in Bagram, Afghanistan. I thought your unit went to Iraq. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, he can't figure out what lies he wants to tell, what he wants to cover up. But my whole point is, this used to be a country that held its veterans to a very high standard, that adored its veterans. And then you got a dude out there that's being a poser, and it seems like nobody cares. Like, so what?
Here's what I'll say. It's one thing if the candidate on their side, on the Democrat side, was a good candidate, but she's not. You listen to anything that she says, and it doesn't make any sense. It's a word salad. And I don't understand. It just doesn't make any sense to me, because when Joe Biden was doing his rallies, there was dozens of people showed up to those things in little circles at little round tables. Nobody. And the polls were all Trump's winning. You saw the line was way across. We were good. We had majority of the states, all that stuff. And just like that, Kamala Harris, where did these people come from? Where were they?
Well, they were in their basement, and that's another thing. So the momentum is real because the people that are getting behind her are the younger people. And they're the people that are never going to go to a rally, but they're on this phone all the time, and all they see is Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris. And I pointed this out earlier. In Las Vegas, she had a lot of empty seats, but she also was in a gigantic stadium. Okay. And so optics is a big thing. You want the room to be full, right? Well, now we live in a world where, yeah, she had some open seats, but she was in a gigantic stadium. Like you see what I'm saying? Like people's whole mindset has changed now to where they do not care anymore. And I saw somebody say, please correct the record about the photo. We look stupid even talking about it. I'm not correcting it. I didn't say it was or it wasn't. I'm asking questions. That's it. So no, that is my correction. So no, I'm not correcting it. It's weird. It's a weird photo. It's a weird photo. Weird photo. The point of all this is just to remind everybody that this race is a brand new race. It just is. It's a brand new race. And you got to show up. You can get mad at me all you want. You can get upset, all the things. I'm not quitting at all. This is me actually doing my job. Fact. My job is to not give up. My job is to fight. My job is to tell you not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear, which honestly a lot of people need a lot more of these days. Get your lazy butts up and go vote. Get your lazy butt up on your day off from work and go volunteer. Go freaking do something.
Todd gonna be a poll watcher.
Because this crap is not over. The race is not over. It's not over. It's not over. And if you go into November 5th, that's another thing. Republicans vote on November 5th. Democrats vote before. Where are all these people coming from? Why does it only need to be a social media campaign? Because by the time November 5th gets here, the race could already be over. Mm-hmm. Because Republicans wait till voting day. Democrats vote 90% before November 5th even gets here.
Do you think it's smart if some Republicans start voting beforehand, early voting, mail-in
I mean,
voting?
maybe, but it's
and
about
the fact, election day.
Yes, I mean, do whatever. Early vote, go in person, do it. Anyway, I love you guys. Again, I'm here to tell you what I see, my concerns. If I can't give you concerns, then what's the point of this dang show, man? Like we are in this thing. I heard this sermon the other day and I thought it was really good. And it was redefining what wins look like. So when you accomplish things in your life, you're constantly redefining what a win looks like. So for me right now, a win looks like not letting evil win the election on November 5th.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now. I'm on 86 days. What happens after 86 days from now? I don't know. But that's where I'm focused. And I think a lot of you need to take on that same mentality. Think about your family. Think about your kids. Think about your grandkids. What does a win look like? Right now, a win looks like in 86 days, we stop the decay of America for just a little bit longer. And then on November 6th, we start figuring out, okay, what's another win look like at that point? So anyway, I think that was a good thing that I heard, and I think that's where I'm at, and I think a lot of you guys need to be that
100%.
way too.
100%.
Yeah. All right. This is where we remind you to hit that like button. The more you hit the like button, the more people see this. Please make sure to hit that follow button and leave us a comment in the comment section. We do so love to hear your thoughts and opinions, and make sure to share this far and wide wherever you may be watching. Todd, my voice is going back out again.
You got it.
Pray us out.
Absolutely. And before I pray us out, guys, I want to read y'all something that hit me hard. And I think it applies to what everything we talked about and the way the country's going right now. And this was just in my devotional today. And it comes from the book of James, chapter 1, 2, 3. I recommend you go reading it. James writes, "Dear brothers and sisters, when troubles of any kind come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow." Well, that word tested is basically, in the Greek, that's when they would take metal, when they would beat it, stretch it, and make it perfect. Okay, so yes, we're getting beat on, we're getting hammered, we're getting destroyed by the left, but God tells us that this gives us an opportunity to grow and a chance to grow and to receive the endurance. So just a little nugget for you. God smiled upon me this morning, so I wanted to share it with you. Let's pray this thing out.
That was good. Thank you.
Father God, we thank you for all the blessings that you give us, Lord. We thank you for everything that you do for us. Lord, no matter what the opposition throws at us, Father, I know that you're going to put your protection around us. You're going to do what only you can do, Father, and help us to accept whatever outcome may be. It doesn't matter, because not one thing happens outside of your will. Father, we love you, and if there is a person out there right now that does not know you, that has never met you, or if there's an individual out there struggling and has strayed far from you, Father, I ask that you meet both of those individuals exactly where they are, and then just remind them how much you love them, how much you care for them, and it doesn't matter what they've done, it doesn't matter what their past looks like, it doesn't matter what mistakes they've made, that all they have to do is turn around, and you're standing right there with arms wide open, ready to embrace them and bring them back to the fold, because you are the God that leaves the 99 and goes after the one. Father, we thank you, we love you, and we ask all these things in your Son's name, and all God's people said.
Amen. Amen. All right. Super questions.
Here we go from Pastor Scott. Seeing all this
you
crap.
Said Pastor Cuss, and I was like, Pastor Cuss.
Pastor Scott. Seeing all this crap with Walz pisses me off. I took both oaths in the military and could never abandon my men. Walz was either a coward or he was told no one wanted to deploy with him.
Agreed. I mean, that's what we've been saying.
Can't disagree with
100%.
that. Yep. Miss Lovegood, glad you're okay. Please stay safe. Miss Lovegood, please stay safe. Yeah, the Iron Dome was working. I have friends living up north, and they said they heard the interceptions. Hezbollah has been attacking northern Israel for 10 months now.
Okay, well, that's what we said. I didn't know if these were new attacks or these were like mortar attacks like the Iraqis did to us all the time. That's what we said.
Yeah, possibly. Jacques no, not reading that. Am all for Israel, but what are your comments about the IDF soldiers raping a Palestinian woman? And I guess it's allowed. No, it's not allowed, dude. It's not. Okay, period. It happens in war, and those people should be prosecuted.
Correct.
They should be blindfolded, tied to a
I love it. I love it when people ask us stupid things. Do we support? Look, man.
Of course we do.
The rules of war are very clear. Medical personnel, medical institution, places of worship, women and kids.
Idiots.
Leave them alone.
Yeah.
The end. Rules of war. You're supposed to avoid those things. Anybody that doesn't do that is a coward. It needs to be tried for what do they call it? War crimes. All the above. Don't ask us stupid crap like that.
Anyway. Miss Lovegood, also the Iron Dome won't activate if the missiles are destined to drop in an open field or the sea. Dang, that thing is cool.
Interesting.
Can we have one of those?
Trump said he would build us one if he's elected. Watch, Kamala Harris will be like, I'm going to build a dome.
Over D.C.
Yeah, over my house.
Over my house. A hunter lifts. Can't wait to see you speak at Courage Conference in 2 weeks. Been looking forward to it since the day I sent your contact to our pastor. Got word that you're going to be there.
I will be there.
Okay, cool. Just, I'm glad.
Sometimes people are like, can't wait to hear you talk. And I'm like, I don't think I'm going to that.
Like, oh, God, is this going to be one of those things where he goes, huh?
What?
Renegade, what Trump really needs to do is get on Joe Rogan and talk about everything but politics. People need to see the man behind the politician, and it would help him so much.
I don't disagree. I don't think Joe Rogan will have him on. I think it's more Joe than it is Donald Trump.
You think so?
Yeah, he's a big RFK supporter.
Well, now hold on. Again, he did not endorse officially RFK. He said that he thinks RFK is the smartest out of the group and all this stuff. He did not say, I'm voting for RFK. He did not say that.
Yeah,
so maybe he is, maybe he's not, but Joe Rogan's also not stupid. Like he can say, hey, man, if it were up to me, I'd vote for RFK. But I think he also knows RFK.
A vote for RFK is a vote for Kamala.
Correct. And so I think that's more what he meant.
Aaron Rodgers.
And the other thing I'm going to say real quick, to the right, you know, we love Joe Rogan until Joe Rogan says something we don't like.
Mm-hmm.
That makes us no different than the left. Like Joe Rogan is allowed to vote for whoever he wants to, even if that vote is moronic and stupid. And I'm not saying he is voting for RFK. I think that here's what I think it was. I think that if it was between RFK and Trump, I think he'd vote RFK. RFK ain't winning, and he ain't going to vote for Kamala Harris. I think Joe Rogan will vote for Donald Trump. I really do.
Let me say this. Why I like Joe Rogan is not because of what he believes or what he says. I don't believe everything that he says, right? I don't agree with it, not all of it. But I like that Joe Rogan brings on people that he doesn't agree with.
Yeah.
That's what I like about him.
Yeah.
He's the leftist or not, he is someone in the public eye who brings on people who disagrees with him. So it doesn't make any sense for him to not have on a former president, Donald Trump of all people. He should have on Joe Biden. I think that would be the most entertaining Joe Rogan show of all time. That would be hilarious. He should have on Kamala Harris. He should be the one hosting debates.
If Trump is not on Joe Rogan, it is because of Joe Rogan. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see why he wouldn't, though, because it seems like the kind of person, if he disagrees with a lot of what Trump says, that's right up his alley. That's what he does.
Honest Patriot, Florida. Kamala's campaign pulled a psyop. They spread the Detroit event AI image to sow doubt on the event even happened. They are now using it to undermine us and Trump to say that we don't live in reality. I mean,
I tell you what we may do just to get to the bottom of all this crap. If Kamala comes close to us, I think we should go.
Yeah.
I really do. I think we should go. I think we should show up.
That'd be a good idea.
It'll be interesting to see if they even let us in the door.
No, they won't. They'll let me and Tony.
Yeah, they'll let me in for sure.
If she shows up again anywhere close to us, I think somebody from Dear America's crew needs to go.
Sold.
And then we have legit footage from inside, kind of thing.
Can we go disguised as a lib, like paint our hair blue?
Can I have like glasses with the fake nose, blue hair?
I don't. Yeah, I mean, you know. Yeah, you'd probably blend in better that way. All right, next.
Randall J. All. Do you think we can trust the Secret Service? Should they actually throw President Trump in jail? I'm truly worried about this. Could they still actually lock him up? Yeah, September the 18th. That's when his sentencing is.
Yeah, no, I don't trust the Secret Service at all.
Yeah. Plumber 420. Good morning, Graham and Todd. I would love to join the National Guard so I can serve our country and stay in my trade. I do have hand and neck tattoos I don't want to remove. Can you guys help me in? Well, the policies change all the time. I do know that you can get waived for hand and neck tattoos, but
just depends on what the tattoo is.
Yes, as long as it's not like a pitchfork with a Nazi symbol or anything like that, you should be fine. Contact your local recruiter. They'll take pictures of the tattoos on your hands and neck, send them up. I've seen it, so good luck, bro.
Dang it, that's exactly what I have on my back.
Yeah.
Darn it, Tony.
So he's got all his victims. He's
got the Sons of Anarchy tattoo on his back. Or no, the Mayans on his back.
Mayans.
Tony.
Mayan motorcycle.
Cartel Tony.
That's right, man. Every now and then it pops up.
Right, here we go. God, so many chats. Here we go. Angela Durham 67. If Harris and Trump do debate and people see how stupid she is, will people change their minds? No, they won't. They just won't. Democrats love to live on their knees.
I wish we could say yes, but
they won't.
They won't.
Because they'll say, oh, he was mansplaining. Yeah. He's a racist.
Did you hear how bad how he talked down to a woman? Yeah. You know what I mean? So no, I don't think it would change anything.
No.
She is in the untouchable group. She is a biracial female Democrat.
Period. Jay Hanna, 8275. This feels like one long episode of Scandal None of the Democrat policies make any sense at all. Let's financially support illegal immigrants, but toss aside our homeless veterans. Disgraceful. Agreed. This man right here has been fighting the VA for over a year now. Still hasn't gotten it done.
Still hasn't gotten
it done. Fighting it over a year now. So welcome to America, where we take care of people that get shot out.
I'm going to denounce my citizenship. Go right to El Paso.
Yep.
I
right
told
across
you,
the thing and then
like
come back.
me and Tony, what we're going to do is I'm going to throw all of my IDs at the house. We're going to get a van, drive across the border, and then sneak back across and see how much money we can get.
Yeah.
Yep. I think we'd be set, man.
That would be an excellent episode. Kane Vandiver, not only is this race very close, we need to get out and vote. More importantly, we need to vote early because there will be shenanigans on November the 5th that will prevent us from voting.
I don't disagree, and I don't know why everybody gets so mad at me when I'm just like, hey, this thing is not won. This thing is not won. Like, we gotta fight. Everybody's like, oh, Graham, like, why is that a bad thing to say? Like, anyway, keep going. I agree completely.
From 520 Homegirl, who wrote your bullet points when you ran?
Me and Noah.
Did you get to I met a Vietnam vet, Marine yesterday. Thanked him for his service. He nearly cried and told me the young generation doesn't care anymore. True.
Yeah, true. Me and Noah did. Yeah, no, nobody just handed me something, and
I obviously didn't write any of it. It would have been much better.
But here's the thing: a lot of people that you're voting for, that's exactly what happens. Like some little 22-year-old will come hand them something and be like, say this, and this, and I just get up there and do it. Noah would have called me a difficult candidate because I'd be like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
Like, no, I'm not reading that. No, I'm not reading that. That's stupid.
No, like even events. I'd be like, why are we doing this event? That seems real dumb. Like, why are we doing it? No, we're not doing that. No.
Striker J, speaking of votes, how is it that The Voice can tabulate millions of votes in a 2-minute commercial break, yet Democrats take a month to cheat the vote? Just the morning things that make you go, because the state of Pennsylvania has already come out and said that the election results will not be available the day of the race. They've already said that. They've already put that out there.
Did they say why?
Nope. They just said, nope.
It won't happen?
Won't happen.
Just because they're going to cheat. That's why.
Hey, dude, man, by 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning.
This whole thing just makes me just want to quit. I'm telling you. All right, next.
Stupid.
It's me, Samantha. The show is so much better with prayer. It gives me comfort with all the crazy news. Well, that's, we slam you really hard and then we really try to love on you as God calls us to do. Like, trust me, we need the prayer just as much as you do. It's a slap hug. Yeah. God loves you. We try our best, ladies and gentlemen. We do.
All right, next.
All right, that's all we got.
YouTube.
Yep, we got a couple. Pew.
All right, Joseph, thank you for your $10 from YouTube. Hey, all, will Dear America end after the November election?
No.
God bless, Christ is Lord. I don't think Dear America is ever going to end. But I was very serious, and I do mean that after this election, I am going to take some time to, evaluate. I'm going to talk to everyone here. I'm going to talk to my family and, just across the board, what does the future look like after this? Win or lose, right? And so, that's why I brought up that sermon, defining what wins look like as you get older and you accomplish more things. What does a win look like? Right now, I'm on an 86-day thing. A win to me looks like not letting pure evil win the White House in November. I will say this, and this is just me being honest. Some people like it when I'm really honest. And I talked to the guys about this before the show. If we lose to these people, Kamala Harris, Tim Walz, if we lose to these people after all of the obvious lies, after all of the obvious faking, after all of the anti-constitutional Republic things that they did to Joe Biden and pushed him out, if we lose to these people, I don't know where that leaves me personally. And I'm just being honest with you, because this is such obvious fight between good and evil. And it's evil that is so in plain sight. They're not even trying to hide it. It's so in plain sight. If we lose to these people, it will. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to take it real hard. And that just shows, in my opinion, how much I care. I'm going to take it real hard. But I'm still holding on to hope that we can win this thing. But we do have to fight. So
have no fear, folks. I will duct tape him to that chair.
No, Dear America will not end.
I'm letting you guys know right now, if Kamala wins, I am quitting. I am done with the show. I'm not going to sit here anymore. Because
are you being serious right now?
Every other word's going to be F this and F that. And
I really can't tell if he's being 100% serious or if he's being 50% serious.
Hey, just do it in Spanish.
Royce is like, I'm out. If we lose this thing, I'm done.
Bro, if we lose this thing, I'm moving somewhere. I just don't know where. Dude, because everywhere sucks right now.
If the worst case scenario happens, I'm telling you, we all need to get our families together. And just freaking go
Montana
to I'll go to freaking Alaska in the middle.
Hey, Kendra's got family there.
Nowhere in the middle of nowhere. Oh, all they've got is a subway. I don't freaking care. Bring it on. Let's go.
I'll be out there in the
We will broadcast. We'll get Todd its own VPN.
You don't want to go to Alaska because most people in Alaska have their own planes for traveling. You don't want to do that.
No. But I would only do it one time, and then I would never leave. And I would that's just where I would be.
No.
All right.
If you can't beat them, join them. And I'm doing what Todd said. I'm going to give up my citizenship.
Me and AOC are going to divorce our spouses, and we're going to get married. And, I'm just going to be a multi-millionaire at that point, and then just be done with it.
Mediaite's going to love that.
Anyway. All right. Next from YouTube. People were saying, come on up, guys. Dorothy on YouTube says, someone recently told me that even if we vote, it doesn't matter because they only accept the electoral vote for your state. Is that true?
Not true.
Well,
you have to vote.
Well, you have to vote for the electoral vote to go to the candidate that you're voting for. So each state has electorates, both Republican and Democrats. Okay. So each state has electoral votes. Okay. Your candidate 270 wins. 270 electoral votes wins the presidential race. Your candidate can't get those electoral votes from your state unless they win in your state. So yes, your vote matters, but also technically you're right. Like the electoral vote is what really goes to the candidate. That is true, but they can't get that if you don't vote.
Next.
Alyssa just wrote me. She probably heard that AOC comment.
It's like, you're divorcing me, huh?
Like, divorce me for AOC, huh? All right. It's from Zach. In Georgia in 2020, election people were turned away at the polls because they were told they had already voted in Atlanta. Maybe so, but you also sucked it up again in 2022. Georgia still sucks. All right. Keep going.
That's it. That's what we got.
All right.
Sweet.
Guys, thank you so much for showing up. Tonight will be an interesting night. We will be here to recap all of the madness that goes on with the Trump-Elon X space tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for listening, guys. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit the share button. And please remember to leave us a comment in the comment section. Tony, say goodbye.
Hasta mañana, everybody.
Roy, say goodbye.
See you guys.
Todd.
See you later, folks.
And as always, I'm Graham Allen. Stay awake, not woke. Trust in God, not the government. And as always, stay free.